Alright, well, it has rained non-stop for the last couple of weeks. We've got a lot of soil tests coming back from new customers, and we're going to try to adjust, start off by adjusting the pH, but a lot of them have really low CECs, low potassium. So, I mean, that's going to be an ongoing adjustment, but we're going to work throughout the year on these with the humic acid products, and maybe even Carbonex if I ever get a hold of any, and see what we can do to bring up these CECs and increase the organic matter in these yards. But a lot of these are all relatively sandy, and so we're going to be taking a swing at them with the humic acid products. But right now, today, I can't really do much anything else because of the way the weather's been on my other places, but this place is a little drier than some of the other ones, so I'm going to start running lime out on this one. I'm gonna try to go with about 50 pounds per thousand of dolomitic lime on this. So hang tight and check it out. New fescue customer. I don't mow it, I just do the fertilizer and weed control. I put a pre and a post on this about almost a month ago at this point, not quite, and fertilizer. The color has popped into it dramatically, but I'm going to go around and check for any weeds that I might have missed and spot spray them with a little triclopyr and 2,4-diester. There you go. I started this yard at the end of last summer. Look at the difference when you go over to the neighbors. That's what it was like. Still got a little ways to go on this, and I hadn't done any kind of fertilizer stuff to it yet. There you go. All right, it's the end of February. We got some cold weather coming next week, actually, but the fescue's happening. It's gonna get a lot stronger here going into the nice spring months, but it's looking good right now. Last couple weeks here, the weather's been junk, but I mean, if you complain about the weather, you'll always be complaining. So it is what it is. You're always gonna have some kind of weather issue no matter what the season around here. I'm gonna get out here and hit this fescue at this place with this walker and show you what it looks like afterwards. All right, so, you know, it's March 2nd, I guess, today. But, you know, a lot of people ask, well, when's a good time to start mowing my fescue? Well, when you pull that much grass off of it when you mow it, it's probably okay to mow it. It needed mowing pretty bad. It was pretty tall. Helpful when to mow your fescue tip. Hang on it. I forgot a lighter. Alright, I wanted to show you this spot out here. It is rain, just I can't even say how much it rained, and I'm gonna stop saying it. But we hold water out here pretty bad. Last year I did a humic ADAP on this, and it really helped temporarily to help this perk a little better. And as soon as it gets dry enough to get on, I'm gonna do that again. I kind of wanted to hold off on it till the grass was greened up some, because it out of the Greene County products, that Aerate really makes a big old color snap when you put it on there. So, all right. Just keep that in mind for when we put the Aerate app on it later, to see how it starts perking better afterwards. The other week when I was out here at this place, I put the fertilizer app and the RGS and some micros on this fescue out here, and I blabbed about how it was going to be lit up and looking good when I came back in a couple weeks. Well, you know, it's rain. It's been a lot cooler than I anticipated. And so, you know, I'm not making excuses, but I guess I'll show you anyway. Oh yeah! Well, I was right. It lit up. But that's solid. I got some Poa trivialis in it, and I'll show you that. But man, that is a hard to control one, and it's expensive if you try to control it. You can dig it out and try to sod over it, and the problem with trying to get rid of it at aeration overseed times, it's not there. You don't see it, and that's, you know, you can do a lot of cleanup on these fescue yards at that time, because you can hit it with some non-selective hardcore herbicides and knock stuff out, but it's not there. So the good thing is that when the temperatures warm up, it does go dormant and goes away. And this time frame now is probably at the peak of it showing off in the yard. So it won't be long, and you won't even see it anymore. So it's hard to justify spending that much money to get rid of it. The problem is, if you don't, it spreads real bad, and eventually it'll have to be addressed. But I'll have to do more reading up on options to get rid of that, and try to find something that suits a little more in there economically to get rid of it. But there you go, she's looking strong. I'll show you some Poa trivialis.
All right, you see right there, we're dark green, dark green, dark green. There you go, you start going lime green. A little patch right there. And it's difficult to control.
We got more fescue up by the house here. I'm liking what I'm seeing so far. Got a lot more of it out here. We'll check this out. Hang tight. Got this fescue over here. I don't know, this may be a victory cigar. Stuff's looking right. And then this back here by the pool. All right, fescue. What we're gonna do next is I'm gonna go ahead and get my azatrine out on my centipede areas here. So I'm gonna mix that up. I'm gonna go with that. Okay, permagreens loaded up with atrazine. I'm gonna get my centipede areas with it. Atrazine wants to be at about 55 degrees to be optimal as far as on the cool side, and we're almost there today. But it also has some post-emergent capabilities on crabgrass, so I need to get it out before you know, crabgrass germinates, which I don't think is going to be a problem in the next week. It's going to be really cold next week. I don't know if I'm going to get a lot of post-emergent control off of this application. If I see weeds coming back in the or I don't get what's already there in the centipede, I'm going to probably have to make another application. Fescue, no. Can't put atrazine on fescue. While I got this atrazine in the tank on this thing, I have a huge problem keeping weeds out of these big wide open beds in the spring and summer. So I'm gonna run the permagreen up in these beds, and man, it doesn't get stuck or anything. You can jump off of it and run along behind it, and it'll pretty much go through anything. The atrazine has a little bit of a post-emergent capability, nothing like a prodiamine or anything, but any little bit might help me out on that, so I'm going to go ahead and get that done too. I'm sitting here having a fine lunch of Girl Scout cookies. I've got a girl in the Girl Scouts, so we have lots of Girl Scout cookies. If I need some girls, go out and buy Girl Scout cookies. Parents have to buy them if you don't. All right, that's a little bit of what I've had going on this week. We'll get to fertilizing these fescue yards one more time, probably about the middle of the month, and putting some RGS on them, and we'll do some things with video then. Also, got lots of weeds still to spray on warm season grasses. I got some, you know, once or twice a year spots to hit that are tore up with weeds. I got some that we sprayed earlier that we need to go back and look at. We'll make a video on that too. Anyway, not a lot. It's been hard. It's been raining, and then when I've had little chances to get out and do stuff, I hadn't had time to fart around with a video because I've been out there, you know, trying to work. All right, we'll see you guys next week.
There you go. There's a prototype. These will be available for I don't know, 60, 80 bucks, I guess, depending on what kind of cigar it's got in it.